Hey everybody, before we get into this video of Tom Holland just being an absolute inspiration and joy to us all, we have a Spider-Man trivia question for you. This question is a little bit of a unique one, and when I found this out, I was pretty shocked. But there's actually a Spider-Man Broadway play, and I want to see if you guys know the name of this Broadway. Let us know in the comments below if you know, and if you get it right, we'll be sure to give you a like. Now let's get into these inspiring Tom Holland moments.
What's your name, Noah? I'm Spider-Man. How you doing? Should I show you a flip?
Yeah.
Do you want to see a flip? Oh my God! He really did do a flip.
Did you know about what American schools are like? Because you have to play Peter Parker, who is a student, a high school student.
Yeah, I think that was probably the most daunting part of taking on this character. So as a joke, I suggested to Marvel that I should go to a high school undercover.
Right.
And it was completely a joke, and Marvel took it completely seriously. I guess they didn't get my British sarcasm.
Yeah, they do that.
And yeah, so the next thing I know, I was like, had a backpack with a pencil case on my way to Bronx School of Science.
Oh, boy.
Did they let you go to actual class?
Yes, yeah, I went to school with a fake name and a fake accent.
Did you have a fake mother drop you off at the...
Yeah, no, they brought 𝘨𝘀𝗰𝗵 in just for that weekend. But yeah, and Bronx School of Science is a school for genius
kids, right.
And I am no genius.
You're not?
No, even the teachers didn't know that I was not a real student, so they would bring me up to the front of the class and be like, "What do you think, new kid?" I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." So it was
You're
very
like the worst
embarrassing.
narc there is. Like a very bad narc. Did they ever figure out that it was you? Or like when the movie came out, did you ever tell them that it was you?
Well, I had one funny experience. I was sat at the back of a classroom next to quite a pretty girl, and eventually she's like, "So, dude, what's your deal, man?" I was like, "Well, do you want to know my secret?" She's like, "Okay." I was like, "I'm actually Spider-Man." She was like, "Dude, you're nuts, bro. You're nuts." I was like, "No, seriously, I'm actually an actor. I'm British, and I'm playing Spider-Man." And she didn't believe me.
Of course she didn't believe me.
Because
That's a
Civil War wasn't
ridiculous
out yet.
story.
I know.
Yes.
But the fact that you were allowed to just suddenly go to Bronx Science in the middle of the year with no explanation, that breach, that was believable.
Yeah, that was... it indicates we've got a problem with our public education system.
Right, let's talk about Spider-Man. So, were you a fan growing up?
Huge fan.
Yeah.
A huge fan, yeah.
And how did you find out you got this role? That's a huge thing to get this role.
I basically had been auditioning for about 5 months, and after my final audition, they said, "You'll find out tomorrow." Fast forward 6 weeks, I was still waiting, and one day Marvel just posted on their Instagram, "Go to our website to find out who the new Spider-Man is." And that's it. I just found out online. They didn't call me up or anything. So I ran downstairs. I was going ballistic. My poor dog, Tessa, was terrified. And my brother, Harry, who's pretty savvy with technology and stuff, was like, "Dude, they've probably been hacked, bro. Like, they would call you, right? They would let you know." And so I called my agents. They were like, "Oh, this is amazing." And then Kevin Feige finally rang me and said, "I've got some great news. You're going to be Spider-Man." I was like, "I know, Kevin. You put it on Instagram." Like, I'm 20. Do you really think I'm not going to find it?
You say you have to get back to set?
Yes.
Are you making another movie?
Spider-Man Far From Home next summer in theaters.
Is this movie a prequel? Because, you know, at the end of Infinity War, you turn into, black confetti.
I think Thanos is robbing a bank, so I'm going to go in.
Well, why would Thanos rob a bank? That doesn't make any sense.
Thanos is poor. Anyway,
Oh.
bye, Jimmy. See you later.
Spider-Man. And I don't know what I can say. I don't even know how to react to what Tom just said there. Yeah. I mean, I really don't.
What did I just say?
You said Spider-Man's in space.
Oh, that thing. Right, yeah. It's really awesome.
It's like Men in Black. Every 20 seconds, we just wipe it.
He's very young.
And if you get him and Ruffalo together, it's like the perfect storm.
Yeah.
You know, that's
They put us two in an interview together the other day in China, and I think the only reason was so they could control the source. So that Ruffalo and I are in the same place. So if there was one leak, they just had to wipe one in.
How old were you when that first Iron Man movie came out?
I would have been 11, 12.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
right in that wheel. Did you go see it when it?
I hated it. No, I was first in line. I was first in line. Marvel, the
Is that
crazy
true?
thing for me, Marvel has been such a massive part of my life, and it's now changed my life.
I'm sure.
So
yeah.
it's been a real roller coaster and a lot to get used to, but these guys, it's amazing working with these guys. I always get really choked up talking about this.
Who gives you guidance? Does Robert give you guidance? He is. I mean,
Not anymore. I mean, look, he's clearly his own man now. He doesn't need...
Well, guys, I hope you're just enjoying that Tom Holland fully embodies Peter Parker and Spider-Man. It's a true delight to see, and it's just something that we don't always get in an actor and actress. Not every person embodies a role. They take on different characters, and it just feels like Tom Holland was the absolute right pick for Spider-Man. Well, the answer to that Spider-Man trivia question, what was the name of the Broadway musical about Spider-Man? It's actually called Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, and it was a smashing failure. It was horrendous. It's awful. I think you can still find clips of it somewhere, but it did not go well. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We're trying to fulfill your movie hunger on the regular. If you're wondering how best to support us, you can like, subscribe, and turn notifications because it really does help us here at the channel. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching.